Friday, everyone, and welcome to today's live. I hope you're all doing well. I'm the Urban Seer, your guide to love, destiny, and manifesting the life you desire. Hey to everyone in the chat. Hey Country, hey Geeta, Ivo, Jennifer, Jazz, Sophia. And then the chat's cut it off, so if there's anyone that I've missed, hey. The list has filled up really quickly, which it is nowadays. So the list is actually closed. I'll post it soon so we can see all the order. Please hold, if you're new here, please hold your question until your name is called. Quick reminder of how I read. I'm an energy reader connecting to you in your situation, anyone in that situation. So do please provide as much context, detail, background to what's brought you to where you are now. It enables me to connect to your energy and give you a meaningful reading. And I don't do yes/no questions, timelines, or general readings, so please bear that in mind. But let's get into it. Let's take a deep breath, center ourselves, and be open to the answers that Spirit has for us today. I'm just going to go over and grab the list. Sorry, my list is, there we go. First half of the list. So we have Danny. If you are here, my dear, I'm not sure if I've seen Danny, but if you are here, please go ahead and post. This is the second half of the list. So just take a look at the list, see where you are, just so you can anticipate having your question ready for whoever is before you. And I'm using the Gypsy Fair Tarot today. And like I say, anyone who wasn't able to make the list, I'll be live again on Monday. I'll open the list for Monday's session on Sunday, which you can check out in the community tab. That's the easiest way to guarantee a spot for yourself. So we have Danny, and then Country. Do you want to go ahead and post as well? Just because I haven't seen Danny. And normally says hi. I could be wrong, but I'm not sure if he's here. Hey Sophia, I don't see your name on the list. Did you submit on the form? Because how to get on the list, there's a pinned comment. There's a link there, which takes you to a form to submit your name and like number. It did fill up quickly today, so if you didn't make it on the list today, then like I say, please do join us on Monday. Thanks, Country, for posting. So Country asks, what does my spiritual team want me to know right now in preparation for my financial elevation in the incoming year? I'm ready to be a millionaire. That's a great affirmation. Let's all say that together. I'm ready to be a millionaire. Love it. No worries, Sophia. Sure thing, Samarine. Okay. Oh, the cards. The cards are spilling out already. So, Spirit, what do you want Country to know right now in preparation for her financial elevation in the incoming year? Oh, nice. 10 of Cups. So in preparation for your financial elevation, it's interesting, this is very sort of manifestation coded Abraham Hicks coded, country, in that 10 of Cups is about our emotional well-being, our emotional happiness and contentment. So we need to go towards what makes us feel good. Abraham Hicks often talks about what we need to do in order to get what we want, to bring in the millions that we want, to the financial elevation that is on our way, is we need to focus on prioritize our emotions and happiness and what makes us feel good. So if something is making us feel stressed, or is not, we're seeing what we perceive as like blockages, or it's taking too long, or we see them as obstacles, it's like we need to go back to something, or look towards what makes us feel good. And if that means turning away from the thing that is stressing us out, and just for a bit, even if it would just be for a day, to turn away from that, to let that be, if that makes sense. Yeah. So how to prepare and usher in this financial success of what's coming towards you? We need to prioritize our emotional happiness, our emotional well-being. So that's where your focus needs to be. Not necessarily on what you might think it would be, you know, working harder, we work smarter, not harder, yeah? Or look at the practical side of things. Instead, we're focusing on our emotional. Bear with me 1 second. It's just cats coming in and out if you hear me opening and closing doors. It's cats being cats. One more, please, Spirit of Country. Anything else? Beautiful message, beautiful card. Yeah, and Two of Pentacles, again, about being balanced. So Pentacles is about, yeah, we do what we need to do. We show up in work where we need to. We embrace opportunities that come our way to elevate our finances. But all the time, our focus is staying centered, staying balanced. And if anything throws you off, if anybody or if anything throws you off, then we go right back to focusing on, how can I switch up my mood? Can I listen to a song that makes me feel good? Can I talk to someone who I know is someone who I can check in with, and I always feel better after talking to them? Can I take a hot bath? Can I go on a long walk? Can I meditate? Can I have a nice meal and watch my favorite film, just to switch up the mood when we are stuck on something that is making us feel stressed, taking us away from our inner peace. Two beautiful messages there. I hope that resonated for you, country. So just for anyone new here, so Jayotti, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So in order to receive a free reading, there will normally be a pinned comment and a link to add your username and like number. You'll be added to a list. That list is now closed. I better pin that actually, because it's not clear. But like I say, I'll be live on Monday, so please do join me then. And I've just pinned that the list is closed. So Diamond Girl, you are next, my dear. So we have Diamond Girl, and then we have Nat. You're welcome, country. Thank you, Geeta, for doing the call outs. Moderating, Geeta, thank you. So Diamond Girl says, What does my spiritual guides want me to know about my love life for the first 3 months of 2026 single? Oh. Okay. So we'll go, January, February, March. Let's see what the energy is, or what your spiritual guides want you to know about that period. Five of Cups. We need to I'll pull another one, but we need to focus on what remains rather than what we've lost. Is there someone that you remind me, Diamond Girl, that there is someone who there is some loss and disappointment about? Judgment card. So I feel like there's someone's energy from the past that is still lingering, that needs to be dealt with. Because we've got the Five of Cups, which is about that something, the loss, the disappointment that hasn't worked out. And I feel like there's some unfinished business here that in that first 3 months anyway needs to be resolved, either fully closed out or revisited to see, you know, what's left here. Because the Five of Cups is about the loss, the disappointment, and how that can make us spiral, make us feel sad, disappointed, and grieve in a way. But there is two cups that still remain. So there is something left here, like I say, that it can be potential, that we can heal, that we can reconcile, or that we need more closure. So tell what resonates with that, okay? Because the Queen of Pentacles is remembering who you are during this period as well. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who has a lot to offer, someone who is a fantastic life partner and is ready for commitment and needs commitment, and it's okay to ask for that. Could also be that your person, whoever this is, still sees you as their Queen of Pentacles as well. So as much this situation kind of isn't done with you. And then finally, kind of what confirmed it for me was this Judgment card, because this is a card of karma. So that this is about, in many ways, the past coming back round, and it needs to be dealt with. It's like the Judgment card is very much the if I can say this, reap what you sow. So if you but in this context, I feel like, yeah, there is more, like I say, either to revisit this if you feel like there's anything left here and can be worked out, or we need to get further closure on this. So you can expect further communication, further connection, further dealings with this person, whoever that is, okay? It's a card of karma, so that has to be in the first 3 months. This still lingers. So hold your ground, hold your boundaries, show up as the Queen of Pentacles that you are in all her glory. Don't shy away from, you know, asking for what you want, what you need, or even just what you feel. And don't get lost in the emotions, because the Queen of Pentacles is grounded by, she is earth energy. So stay grounded. Keep your container, so stay focused on your work, studies, money, you know, keep your safety and structure together as well. but show up as the Queen of Pentacles and deal with this lingering energy. Hope that resonates. Thank you, Geeta. Hey, Ivo. Nice for you to pop in, Ivo. Thank you, Geeta. As Geeta said, Nat Nat, you are next, my love, if you are here. Hey, Anshaman. Are you on the list? I don't think you're on the list. It is close. It's filling up early at the moment, guys, which is great, which I'm very happy that it is. But it just means if you want to guarantee a spot, really the best way to do that is to get your name on the list when it opens the day before. Hi, Nat Nat. Nat Nat says, what's the energy between me and Antonio? I feel him in my energy, yeah, but I don't know if it was just a fling. I ended things peacefully. I don't think he was looking for a relationship. Okay, let's have a look at the energy between you. Major Arcana. So I would say that there were some strong feelings there between you, okay? Or there maybe still is. But it feels like as well that it was the right thing that you did in your actions, okay? Even if this is to reconnect, or I'll pull another card to see, you know, if there's unresolved stuff here and maybe this person, that Antonio, will come back into your energy field. But as it stands now, I feel like that you've took a good stand. Justice is like sort of literally having justice, a fair outcome. I feel very much, I keep hearing that you did the right thing. You kept the scales of justice balanced, Nat Nat, in what you did. And you trusted your intuition, your gut. This woman is blindfolded. She is tapped in, tuned in to her integrity, and followed that and acted on that. Tell me a little bit more about them, please, Spirit, because I feel like this is so much your energy. You held strong, you did the right thing, trusted your intuition, and justice was done. So they're still in a defensive mode. I feel like maybe their ego was hurt. The Seven of Wands is someone who's, you know, it's fire energy, so it can talk about frustrations, anger, you know, bruised ego. Even if they haven't expressed this or manifested this to you, that you can see that all their, you know, these wands, all their defenses are up, yeah. And it's funny because this is a card of fairness, and it's almost like something about this energy, their energy, feels like it was unfair how it went down. But I think that just comes from a place of that they didn't get what they wanted. Maybe they're used to getting what they want. Maybe they're not used to being sort of called out so quickly or blocked, or, you know, whatever went on, like you saw it coming, what was happening, and you dealt with it like efficiently. So yeah, Nat says, yes, I felt really good letting go. So that's good you didn't have that confusion or doubt. And yeah, so understandably, in a way, and maybe not surprisingly, this didn't go down so well for them because you saw them, you called it out. Once they may just have to go off and sulk and not be able to get over it. But, you know, if they were to come back and to communicate, come back round to you, this defensiveness and ego stuff would have to settle and come down and get over it. But they might be too immature. They might just stay in this place. So even if they didn't let on that they were offended, you know, or angry even about how it went down, they were. And their ego was bruised. But I think Spirit is backing you on this one, Nat, and saying that you did the right thing. I hope that resonated. Thank you, Shruti, if you are next, my love, if you want to post your question. Oh, Anshuman, you are on the list. I'm sorry. You are after Shruti. I didn't see your name there. Sorry. Thank you, Geeta. Thanks, Nat. Nat says, I'm not sure I'll be open to it again. No, I don't blame you really with the energy that's there. I thought he was okay because he just replied with an emoji. You did a good job at hiding the disappointment and bruised ego, Nat. Okay, Shruti, thank you for posting. Shruti says, what is coming towards me in 2026? How are you, Seer? I'm good, thank you. How are your cats? They're okay. One of them has had to be put on a medication actually, but she seems to be responding well. She's got hyperthyroidism, so an overactive thyroid. I'm glad that you like Ganesh, Shruti. Okay, let's get into it. You're very welcome, Nat. Okay, so let's have a look at the start of, well, maybe not, maybe we don't need to restrict this. Just see the energy of 2026 for Shruti, please. Spirit. I think it's going to be an intense year for everyone. Like I think I was mentioning last time, if anyone's interested in the Chinese New Year and the Chinese zodiac and how it's the Yang fire horse in 2026 from February. So I'm expecting it to be pretty full on. But let's see specifically what it's going to be like for Shruti. Oh, just had this card. So this card in this context, Shruti, is that you are going to have to really stand your ground. I'll pull another card to see what else it tells us, but this is as in maybe what area. But I feel like Seven of Wands is about, there's been this continuous theme about fighting and speaking out and standing your ground for what you want and putting yourself first. Now it is fire energy because it's wands, so there is in line with the Fire Horse Chinese New Year as well, kind of action and energy and creating change. But there is a stubbornness that is going to be required and needed from you in 2026, Ruthie, to really dig in to what and continue to go after what you want. And people or situations may try to put you off, may try to encourage you to give up or give in. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't with that. And this is about, you know, really putting yourself first and fighting for what you want and holding a very strong boundary. Tell me more, Spirit. Oh, nice. Queen of Wands. Wow, so even more wands. So fire energy really is what 2026 is. So you can expect change, Shruti. You can expect movement. So in areas where maybe you felt stuck, things will begin to move and you'll see change, and things can begin to move fast, actually, because fire energy is fast moving. It is in line with the Fire Horse energy of 2026. And this is you being the Queen of Wands. So it's all about speaking out again. So using your voice, finding your power. The Queen of Wands is very determined and is a real go-getter. And also she's a leader. So she doesn't wait for people to give her permission. She doesn't wait for the green light. She decides to make it happen and others follow. And it's also about Wands is very much, and the Queen of Wands, she doesn't wait for things to be perfect. So you don't have to wait for the perfect time. It's like now is the right time. So don't hold back in 2026. Really speak out, speak up. Be that go-getter energy that you are. Be selfish. You know, we can still, selfish has a negative connotation, but selfish in the way that we look after ourselves and we do what's best for us and we fill our cup in order to be able to give to others, you know, as well, in the right way. Oh, Shruti says she doesn't want an intense year. I feel like it might, I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like it might be an intense year for everyone. Positive change though, Shruti, absolutely. But it will be a year of change. And it will be a year of getting more of what you want. Shruti says, okay, no holding back, and I will be selfish this year. You're very welcome, Shruti. Anshuman, yes, this is you. I think I'll go back to the Anshuman's question, scrolled up back here actually. So Anshuman asked, hi Seer, what does Spirit want to tell me about my decision of going to the West for my education? Let's have a look. Thank you, Anshuman. Okay, what does Spirit have to say? I remember we looked at this last time, Anshuman, and it said it was the more difficult choice, but it was the most adventurous choice to move abroad, yeah? Like I saw challenges and it was like, if you're up for the challenge, then go for that. Interesting. 6 of Pentacles. again, it's like this. What I feel like this about moving away is that the Six of Pentacles, okay, is about balance, and it's about reciprocity, and it's about how much you give to something, you get back. So what I feel like the question is, Anshaman, are you, if you ask yourself, and there's no shame in saying no to this answer, if it's, what's important is that you answer it in truth, is, are you up for the challenge? Are you ready for a big adventure and for intense ups and downs? Or do we want a more peaceful and maybe safer, quieter journey? And there's no wrong or right, yeah? And I feel like, you know, with moving away, that if you are up for, it will ask a lot of you. And you will get it back. It will be reciprocated. What you put in, you'll get back. But it's really a question of asking yourself, like, if you are up for the challenge. And it's okay to want support, peacefulness, and a quieter road. There's nothing wrong with choosing that. But if you are up for a challenge, up for an adventure, then Spirit says with this, you know, what you put in, you will get back. Ooh, Justice card. Look at all these scales. So there's something about doing the right thing as well. What's right for you, Anshaman, and what is it's about integrity here. So maybe about going for the right reasons. Like, are you going, it's important to ask yourself the question, am I going because I think I should go? Or, you know, if you were to move away for education, or am I going because I want to? If you ask yourself in your heart of hearts, in your soul, what do you know, don't go for other people's reasons, for other people's expectations to prove something. You will, if you were to stay, you would still very much get something out of, you know, if you're able to put your all into the path of staying, you'll get out what you put in here. So that's what I really feel like Spirit is asking you to do, to make sure that you, if you are considering going, and if you do go, that you go for the right reasons, and you don't go because you feel like that this is something that you should do. Let me know how that resonates, Anshaman. What are your reasons? Do you want this adventure? Are you ready for this adventure? Because it won't be straightforward. Thank you, Geeta. So Jennifer, yes, if you want to go ahead and post. Okay. Then it feels okay to go for that, but just be prepared. So after Jennifer, we have Kristen. If you were here, my love, just be ready to post after Jennifer. There is a bit of a delay in the questions coming through in the chat, so just bear with me. If you've posted and I don't see, there we go, Jennifer's come right through. So Jennifer says, Dion expressed feelings last week, but has suddenly slowed down communication. My gut tells me that he is talking to someone else, okay? I tried asking him about it last night and he got defensive. Red flag, yeah? Is there a second half to this question? We have been talking for 3 months, but both agreed we don't want a relationship yet. Okay. All right. So in a way, this is an exclusive. Just scroll back to see where you are on the list. It's already been posted. My Style Motivation, if you just scroll back. Nice to see you here, My Style. So what do you want to ask Jennifer? Let me know. What your question is really in this situation. What is it that you want to know? Kristen, are you here? I'm not sure if you are. Post your question, Kristen, if you are here as well. So I don't do yes, no questions, Jennifer. That's not, so as an energy reader, that's not how I would read the tarot. I'm going to do an energy check-in on his feelings for you, okay? I mean, it sounds like that it hasn't been agreed that it's exclusive, so it doesn't sound like that if he was talking to someone else that that's necessary. You know, if you both said that you don't want a relationship, that you don't want it to be exclusive, if that makes sense. Let's do an energy check on him. Where is he at? Interesting. So his energy is actually comes out, I feel like, you know, Four of Swords is actually about needing to take a break and a rest and feeling kind of maybe stuff that's going on in his life. I don't know how much he's shared, that has actually got him stressed out and is making him feel anxious. I don't really feel like his energy is giving, you know, like he's out there having a great time being a player. You know, I almost feel like that it's coming from a place more that he is stressed out and isn't really able to kind of deal with relationship stuff in general. So it could be like work stress, family stress. I don't know if he's someone who is like an overthinker, or because you just see them, they're kind of like laid out, flat out, in a way, like low mood. Not necessarily depression, but maybe, you know, if they've got any kind of struggles of this kind, yeah, I feel more like that they've kind of ground to a halt and they just need some time out from everything. Maybe there's someone who isolates themselves, needs to have time out on their own. It feels like it's coming from a place more of that than, and this doesn't mean that, you know, it's almost like that they're not talking to anyone very much right now, is what I feel like. So even if there are other people that they're talking to, this is coming from that they're sort of not talking to anyone right now. He has a lot of stress in his life, okay. Oh, you did agree to only see each other, okay. Wow, this is like the collective energy today. Often we'll get like reoccurring cards, and this Justice card keeps coming through. So this is about fairness, integrity. It is about trusting your intuition as well. So I would never tell you, if you're getting these feelings, Jennifer, to disregard them, okay? But what I would say is it's okay to not to jump to conclusions at this point, just from the energy that they're giving with this kind of burnt out, stressed out. I would say, you know, it's they, despite feeling like this, okay, they still need to treat you well, and they still need to let you know what's going on. Like, this is also fair to you. They need to treat you, you know, with fairness and integrity. The balance of the justice scales need to remain balanced. So, but also at the same time, I kind of feel like it's saying, let's just give them a little bit of rope to see, let's not get freaked out too much our side and jump to too many conclusions at this point because of this energy that's come through. So just leave them to it in a way, give them their time, give them their space. And then at some point, you know, it will become a tipping point that they'll have to communicate more clearly with what's actually going on for them. And then maybe you can just, you know, move past it, and they'll come out of this stressed out, isolated kind of mood and energy. But just stand strong and stay still. And I would say don't spiral at this point. Just let them do their thing. You focus on your stuff. Don't jump ahead to conclusions of what this could mean. And the scales of justice could just fall back into place quite naturally once they shift out of this. So I'll leave it there. And I hope that resonates. Like I say, with this, the energy going kind of skew with between you feels more like it's happening from coming from a place of their unhappiness and stress to do with work, wherever their source of stress comes from, and that's got them down. I don't think Kristen's here, so we'll move on. You're very welcome, Jennifer. Keep us posted. Samreen, I know, was maybe not able to make it, so we'll move on to Pooja, my love. If Samreen is here, if Kristen is here, obviously go ahead and post, but I don't think that they were able to make it. So Pooja and then Veni. Thank you, Pooja. So Pooja says, Hello, Seer. Regarding the APFC exam, I've already appeared for and the job I'm seeking through it. What guidance do my spirit guides have for me in 2026 and how can I align myself better? Okay. Oh, lovely. This is you. Beautiful Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups it's about a few messages here. First that comes through, it's about being able to manage your emotions through this process, okay? Because it's very weighted, it's very important, and it's gonna be, and maybe has been, and will continue to be, a kind of an emotional roller coaster, maybe, Pooja, for you, okay? Lots of ups and downs, lots of intense feelings, and some stress, good feelings, bad feelings, all of it, yeah? And maybe you are feeling quite emotional about it all as well because of the weight that it carries. So your job and how to align yourself better is to not try to stop these feelings, but to try to process them, find a way to cope with them, to process them. So maybe if you find yourself like, how does your emotions get the better of you, Pooja, is a good question, a good place to start. So what could we do to help bring ourselves more stability, more peace, to kind of ride this wave of emotion without feeling overwhelmed? Because that's what the Queen of Cups is really good at. She's all feeling, she's all emotions, and she leads with her heart, and she lives, through feelings, through vibes, through intuition. She's all heart and not head. But that doesn't mean that she's ungrounded. It means that she has a great ability when she's in her light to flow with, like the river, yeah, and move past obstacles easily because she's got no resistance in many ways. And where it only becomes problematic is if you can imagine, like, that, it becomes a whirlpool of emotions and it gets messy. So that's your job, Pooja, and that's your focus. Now, coping mechanisms, how do you deal best? It's okay to cry. It's okay, we can meditate to stay grounded. We can use EFT, emotional freedom technique, which is something that I've become much more interested in again, like I always have been, but how these things cycle round of what's working for you. EFT is like an awesome way to feel the feelings but not be overwhelmed. Eight of Cups, more emotions, more feelings. So this is the theme for you, 2026, Pooja. Shruti got the Queen of Wands, which was like fire, action, speaking out for yourself. You've got the Queen of Cups for the 2026, and you've got more cups. It's all about water, feeling, emotions, going with the flow without resistance. And the Eight of Cups also asks you to not to settle. Eight of Cups is about walking away from anything and anybody that no longer serves you. The Eight of Cups is when a situation or somebody is no longer emotionally fulfilling to us, okay? That we've outgrown a situation, we've maybe outgrown certain relationships. So don't be afraid in 2026 to walk away from something or somebody that is no longer able to help you, you know, grow and fulfill you and fill the cup, you know. Some people can be there for a certain period of our lives and it's great whilst it lasts, but then we outgrow them and we have to move on. It can be painful to move on, but we know that it's the right thing to do, or that can be a situation, you know. So this is the energy of 2026 and your specific, you know, exam and job. This is how to approach it. This is how to move through it. Hope that resonated. Thank you, Geeta. So yes, Benny is next. Krishna, the list is closed today. Please do join us again on Monday. Pooja says, resonated a lot. I've been feeling these emotions a lot lately. I'm glad that resonated for you, Pooja. It's, you know, we're all trained to resist our feelings a lot and to trying to push them down. But the best way is if we can allow ourselves to feel them but not get attached to them. Oh, okay. Thank you, Geeta. I understand now. That makes sense. Sorry, Vinny. Confusion there. It's because I think you've updated your username. Thanks, Geeta. Keep me right. So Venny says, what is coming towards me in 2026? Let's have a look. Oh my goodness. We keep getting the same answers again, the collective energy that is coming through. So, Venny, you get the Queen of Wands. So much like for Sruthi, the Queen of Wands energy is about really going after what you want, Venny, and not holding back. So the Queen of Wands is fire energy. She's very driven. She is someone who makes things happen. Okay, so it's not about waiting anymore for the right time. The Queen of Wands is actually can be quite impatient, but sometimes that impatience is, it's such a proactive energy, yeah. So the right time is now, or is 2026, yeah. So that's the kind of energy, Venny, that you need to bring, and it's about speaking out what you want as well. The Queen of Wands is very direct, and she is someone that people follow. So it may be in an area of your life where do you want to see movement and change? It could be, you know, numerous areas, but it's about you kicking up the dust, you creating the movement, creating the change. So applying for new jobs if that's where you want to see change. you know, if it was a relationship, to, you know, really focus and go after that. Go on, you know, 3 dates a week, you know, whatever it is, Venny, that is your kind of top of your list. Then you need to bring that energy to 2026 and make it happen. And also go after what you want. It's very focused on that kind of energy as well. Maybe you've been too worried, too careful about what other people think or what other people want and need. And this is about making it kind of your time. Nine of Pentacles, also if there is work, money, energy situation, the Nine of Pentacles is about financial success as well. So that's going to be part of 2026. If you're already there, then a continuation, growth and expansion, or if that's been a goal of yours, then that's on the cards as well. Nine of Pentacles is about being financially independent as well. So starting projects, working if you have your own business, or getting a promotion that allows you to be financially more independent. This is a really nice energy. Aligns very well actually with this Queen of Wands. So it's about, again, this feeling of it being about your journey, and your success, and making that the focus. So say if you've been working for someone and maybe making them successful, then this is about focusing more on your journey. Some kind of separation occurring in 2026, where you will increase your finances, and it's more about your journey. I hope that resonated. Hey Harry, thanks Geeta. And the list is closed today. I'll be live again on Monday though, if you can join us then. I hope that resonated, Benny, and sorry about the name mix up there. Okay, so last 3 on the list. So we have My Star Motivation, Devaya, and last but not least, the lovely Geeta, who has been super helpful today with moderating. You're welcome, Benny. Thank you, Harry, for being here and bringing your vibes and vibing with us. We appreciate you. Whoa, so my Star Motivations question coming in thick and fast. So in my current energy, aligned with pursuing this celebrity romantically, or would it be healthier to focus on more realistic or present opportunities? If I'm being honest, I really like him. I didn't find him attractive in the beginning, but his introverted nature is putting me off, maybe you mean. So I'm manifesting him, but after talking to Shruti, I'm now not sure of it. She is usually supportive, but I think she's afraid that I might be hurt if it doesn't come through. So is there, I really like him, is this the celebrity, or is this someone who we know in real life? Ah, thank you, Venny, for letting me know that about the eagle. Maybe that's your power animal, if you've heard of that, you're a spiritual guide, it sounds like. Maybe the eagle, all about expanse and being able to see, you know, the bird's eye view Okay, so let's have a look at guidance, my soul motivation. We'll look at the first half of your question about, say, if your current energy aligned with pursuing this celebrity romantically, or healthier to focus on more realistic present opportunities. I mean, I don't think it has to be an either or situation, is what I would say, but let's see what the cards say. Let's see advice on love in general and see what Spirit is advising you how to move forward. Ooh, King of Wands. So this King of Wands energy, okay, so I feel like this is a love opportunity. King of Wands is someone who is very driven and is very dynamic and is very outgoing and is ruled by fire energy. So we've spoken a lot about the Queen of Wands today, and this is, you know, her counterpart, the King of Wands. So who has very similar qualities in the sense that they are someone who really goes after what they want. They're impatient, they're proactive, they don't wait for others to give them permission. They just go after what they want, and they are leaders, natural born leaders. And I feel like that this is the right person for you, my style motivation, okay? My type exactly, you say, yeah? So this is someone who is very charismatic, is fun to be around, and is very dynamic. Maybe a fire sign or have this prominent in their chart. So what I would do is, I feel like why Spirit has brought this through is, again, it's not really about where your focus should be. It's about attracting someone who is right for you and leaving that door open of who that is. Allowing the universe, allowing Spirit to bring this person through to you, okay? And with manifestation, that if we can commit to, I often say, you know, if you're wanting something, then to commit to a daily practice can be really great. Manifestation, so journaling, visualization, meditation, and then kind of do your daily practice and then let it go, hand it back to the universe, and don't overthink it. And when we're manifesting love, we can manifest a specific person if we want. But manifestation techniques often would advise us to say, you know, ask for what you want or something better. Because often the universe, well, always really, the universe kind of knows what we need better than us. And I feel like the universe has kind of defined who would be right for you, Sruthi, who would have all of these qualities. And if you resonate with that, that's really powerful as well. So you've kind of recognized all the qualities that you want, but don't restrict it to having to be this celebrity. Okay, if you've got lots of emotions around this celebrity and you feel like it kind of has to be them, then it's okay to manifest them, but leave that door open, say this person or someone better. And then when this King of Wands, whoever they may be, this person that you have particularly in mind or someone else, then you'll connect with them and then it will make sense. And if it isn't this celebrity, maybe that will fade away and feel less important. So I hope that I don't want to muddy the waters by bringing in any other cards. I feel like this has brought through a very clear message that this King of Wands is for you, and you can work to manifest on this King of Wands, but leave that door open of who that could be. Don't restrict Spirit or the universe in how this person or who this person will come through for you as. So I hope that makes sense, I hope that resonates. Okay, moving on. So Devea, my love, Devea asks, hi, what is the future of the friendship with Josue or Hosue? Josue? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. We started talking about some interesting plans. Okay, let's have a look. You're welcome, my style. Okay, let's have a look. So we started talking about some interesting plans. Let's see what is the future of the friendship. Oh, look at that. Well, there's a new beginning here for sure. Ace of Pentacles, these are maybe the plans that you were talking about that are, I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, this is a real offer, Devea. So it's not pie in the sky, it's not fantasy, yeah? It is grounded in reality. Maybe you sense that, maybe you feel that and know that as well, so you can trust it. We are at the beginning, so we can move from the Ace of Pentacles, you know, we can kind of take it as far as we want to the Ten of Pentacles, which is about, you know, if this is about work and career, or tell you what resonates, whatever the connection is, whatever those plans are, yeah? It's about commitment, and it's about showing up and putting in the work, putting in the effort. And yes, we are at the Ace, but it's all, that's all contained in this beautiful star image, yeah? So this is an offer, this is an opportunity, and it could go the distance, yeah? It's earth energy, which tells me about how it's grounded in reality and truth. It's also, this card came out as well, which is interesting, that I feel like that this person is part of, so the Six of Swords is about a transition period, that they're part of your journey of transitioning what has maybe been a turbulent time. They have maybe experienced their own turbulence as well, but the Six of Swords is about going from choppy waters into calmer waters. So I feel like this person will have a stabilizing influence on you as well. Maybe you can be allies, maybe you have an understanding, and they are someone who also wants peace, maybe wants some order, wants some stability. So there's someone that in time I feel like you will be able to trust. They are not, you know, a bringer of chaos. There aren't red flags here. They are someone who wants peace as well. And maybe that's something that you've been looking for, you know, a kind of a clearer path ahead, and some kind of stability. And maybe friendships or connections like that have gone wrong for you as well, where maybe people have let you down and people have turned out to be maybe unreliable, not being able to back up what they promise in a way. It's about maybe that's affected how you think about friendships, how you feel about, or work partners, whatever this union is about. It's made you, this person can offer some kind of healing in that area and change your mindset a bit as well, because the Six of Swords is about a mindset shift, and that there's certain ways of our thinking that we outgrow. So you can leave behind maybe some of those more negative connotations to when you've worked with people in the past to try and get projects off the ground. So both really lovely energy, actually. A lot to be gained from this connection. I like the feel of their energy. I feel like it will be good for you, and I feel like that it's genuine and real and something that you can slowly but surely begin to lean into. Oh, there we go. So Devea says, thank you. I was disappointed in several people recently. Yes, people, disappointment let you down, that have maybe brought some kind of chaos to your plans, yeah? And this person feels like that they are more on your page and on your wavelength, Devea. Nice message. Okay, and last but not least, the lovely Geeta. Please go ahead and post your question, my love. Thank you again so much for moderating, Geeta. It's really appreciated. Yeah, that chaos, Devea, I felt that. Choppy waters, yeah? People messing you around. Okay, Geeta, let's get into it. So what is coming towards me in love in 2026? And just remind me, Geeta, are we single? Are we in a situationship? Are we in no contact? Ooh. So we do have an offer. We have the Page of Pentacles who is coming through. So this is a person, the Page of Pentacles, it can be an earth sign. They can have earth placements in their chart. This is someone who their energy, Page of Pentacles, okay, can be, they're naturally quite reserved, naturally someone who is quite cautious. You have a crush on someone but not sure of his feelings. So take what resonates if you feel like this is their characteristics, or it could be someone new, okay? Because the Page of Pentacles, like I say, they are reserved. They are someone who thinks very carefully before they make a decision or take any actions. They're someone who moves quite slowly, really. And it can be frustrating. So to deal with this kind of person, but the thing to remember when dealing with this person is that you can really trust and believe in what they say and what they do. They wouldn't promise anything or make a move towards you, ask you out, etc., if they didn't really mean it, and if they didn't really like you and have strong feelings for you. You know, from one's energy, that might, you know, move very quickly, but often with one's energy, it can come in fast and it can leave just as fast as it came in. With the Page of Pentacles, that moves slow, but it's something that you can really know is this is going to be someone who is sticking around. Yeah? One more, please, Spirit. Tell me more. So does your crush, does this resonate with their kind of energy, or do you feel like this might be someone new? You know, I don't know how much communication, if you have with your crush, that you can read them as someone who is reserved and maybe quite quiet, someone who keeps themselves to themselves. And that could be what's going on when you say you're not sure about his feelings. It could be because they are slow moving and they take a lot of time to contemplate these things, yeah? But if not, then see it as someone new coming into your energy field. Ooh, lovely. But there will be more than one option in 2026, Geeta, because we have the Seven of Cups. Cups is about love, emotion. Look at all this beautiful pink. I would hold on to this image, take a screenshot of it even, Geeta, you know, of this card, because what a beautiful image to have for when, if you're looking for love. And in 2026, this is what is coming through. To me, this is like one of the cards that you would like to see, because not only is there so much kind of beautiful stuff going on in this card, but Seven of Cups talks about choices, talks about options. So you will have more than one. Yes, there will be this Page of Pentacles who will appear, and I think will bring an offering of love and connection, and is one of these cups. Yeah, they are represented by one of these cups, but there will be others. So, and you may even have a choice to make and experience some kind of confusion and indecision and finding it difficult of who is the right person for you or who to say yes to. And the advice is with the Seven of Cups, when you do feel that, is that we have to move towards the energy that the person who we know really is right for us. Like, we may have strong feelings for someone, but we kind of intuitively and in our gut know that maybe they aren't the best for us. And it's very important at this time, when you do make this choice, Geeta, that that you, in some ways, that you pick the right person for you. Not the the person who we might feel even the strongest for could be another person, but when they've shown us all the red flags, we kind of know that the future with them would be messy. We need to have the strength to kind of not to just go with that, not to just go with the feeling. So at that point, use your head and stay strong and go with the person that you know really is the best option for you. So I hope that makes sense. Not the person who we feel the strongest for even, but the person who is treating us the best, who has showed up for us in the best way. That's the one that we need to pursue that connection with, because it'll have the chance of being the most long lasting, and ultimately you will get the most out of. But beautiful card there. So I hope that resonated. Exciting to see. Yeah, it looks like 2026 could, like I say, will bring through a few options of love for you. And thank you again so much for your help today with moderating. It's really appreciated. Like I said, anyone who wasn't able to make the list today, thank you, for being here and bringing your energy anyway. And I will be live again on Monday. The list will open on Sunday, so you can secure your spot when I open the list on Sunday. Just keep an eye on the community tab for that. But thank you all so much for joining today. I hope the messages you received brought you clarity, peace, and some inspiration for the days ahead. Remember, always take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and always trust your own inner guidance. And like I say, I'll be back on the next live for Monday. Just keep an eye on the community tab for the schedule. But love and light for the weekend as well. But take care. And take care, Geeta.